Hello, I'm going to be talking about my future roadmap during this video that I recorded while walking around the New York Sheep and Wool Festival this past weekend. In general, I don't rush any single product too much because I've found after working on a bunch of these that taking my time leads to both better products and lower overall cost. The added time just results in a better product because I kind of revisit it in my mind multiple times, and that leads to better products just have been thought through more times. The reduced cost isn't quite as obvious, but it's because my manufacturers like working with someone like me who doesn't always say they need to hurry up and keep them to a really fast time frame. I still do like to know the time frame, but I let my manufacturing partners define a time frame that works for them. And since I'm usually easy to work with, they generally will give me a good price without too much extra negotiations, and extra negotiations would end up taking up my time, so it saves me time to just sort of go with this philosophy as well. Now I'm going to walk through the products that I'm working on in the order that they're going to be released, at least as best as I know at this time. The product closest to release is a new batch of electric EEW 6.1s. Now this isn't too exciting because they don't have any significant differences from the first batch, except that I've modified quality control and testing procedures to make sure that they're more reliable and have less packing mistakes. These should be arriving right around the end of this year, and I don't plan to make a big deal about them because they're functionally the same as the current electric EEW 6.1s. Getting these when I run out of the current batch of 6.1s is actually a first for me. Normally I have a long time between batches where I'm out of stock, but that is something I'm working hard to prevent or at least reduce in the future. I like keeping affordable prices and having things in stock so that people can just buy my fiber tools when they want to. I know that pre-orders on Kickstarter build up a lot of excitement for new products, and that's fun. But once that new product is out there, my goal is to keep it in stock. I'm not big on drama and marketing. I'd rather just be that go-to tool for fiber artists. The electric EEW 2.1 is the next product in my pipeline, and it should be available in my store around February 2025. This is going to be the same size and price as my previous electric EEW Nano 2. The major improvements are an all-new flyer with better sliding hooks and more durable wear against yarn. A new string and spring tensioning system is also all new, and there are new bobbins with bearings on them. This will result in more predictable uptake and a better spinning experience, especially for new spinners. I'm pretty excited about all these changes, and some of my beta testers have said I should actually be calling this the electric EEW Nano 3 because these changes had such a significant impact, but I decided to go with the 2.1 name because it's still mostly the same product as the 2.0. It's just got changes in a few key areas. In fact, so many of the parts are identical to the previous version that I'm going to be able to make a very reasonably priced upgrade kit that'll get you all of these improvements so you can upgrade an electric EEW Nano 2 to the 2.1. I plan to offer this upgrade kit at the same time as I start selling the electric EEW Nano 2.1. The next product I'm working on is the electric EEW Fold. I've had several videos about this already. Basically, this is an all-new e-spinner design that uses 4-ounce bobbins and folds up for storage or transportation. The motor is the same one used in the electric EEW 6, but because the flyer and bobbins are smaller, it will spin much faster for those who like fine, high twist yarns. Because of all the great ideas from the community and beta testers, I've had to make more versions of this prototype than I expected. This has slipped back the Kickstarter estimate a little, and now I'm targeting January 2025. For those not familiar with Kickstarter, it is a platform that I use to handle pre-orders. So for about 1 month in early 2025, I'll let people get in line to get the electric eel wheel fold at a discount, but it won't be shipping until well later. I haven't launched this Kickstarter yet, but when I do, I will be sure to let everyone know with my email newsletter. These pre-sales help me anticipate the demand and know how many I should be ordering for the first batch. It also helps me cover the cost of the initial batch of production, which is likely going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars for the electric eel wheel fold. For the electric eel wheel fold, I'm done with the design and have actually started making the injection molds. While I could do a Kickstarter this year using the 3D printed parts, I want to wait until I get samples back from these molds and have had some time to test them. I also like to make some of the promotional videos using these molded parts, since that will be more indicative of the final look. Waiting for these molded parts will also give me more certainty of the delivery time frame. Overall, my excitement for the electric eel wheel fold is super high. I think it's a culmination of all the best ideas I've collected over the last 15 years of making e-spinners. Further out is the drum carder. I'm actively working on prototypes for this. I've been working to get a supplier for the carding cloth, and I think that's something I've solved. I'm also hoping to release a new video of my latest prototype when I'm personally happy with it, which I'm hoping will be in the next few months. Then I'm sure the community will give me some feedback on that, and it will start to get tested by my beta testers. Because this is a completely new product for me and is very different from other drum carders out there, I expect it will take a long time before I get the design finalized and I'm ready to do orders for it. Some of the really interesting features it has is a well thought out debris containment system. It will probably offer both motorized and hand powered operation in the same unit, and the compact and light design will be more portable than other options out there. Plus, like all my products, it will be designed to be a very good value. Beyond that, things get more uncertain. I'm working on a pro version of my e-spinner, which would include a totally new drive system and level winding system. I've actually taken some of my research from this pro version and moved it into the electric eel wheel fold. But for the bigger features of the level winder and new drive system, they're going to be staying with this because they would increase the cost too much for my other e-spinners. It would also draw out the delivery time frame for other products a lot, just like it's drawing out the time frame for this pro version. My hope is to eventually release this someday, but I really don't have a time frame for it yet. I also have a long list of other fiber tools that would keep me busy probably for the rest of my life. I'm always trying to prioritize these. Some of my most requested are a jumbo e-spinner that specializes in bulky art yarn, a circular knitting machine, an electric ball winding machine, a mid-sized loom, and a dedicated electric bobbin winder. Feel free to add your vote for a tool you'd like me to consider by making a comment below. I'll also add a disclaimer that this list is largely off the cuff, and it's possible I've missed something or that some really good idea piques my interest and I move that to earlier in the product pipeline. Hope you all found this interesting, and thanks for watching. I'll just let the rest of this walk around play for those who are watching. Thanks.